Good morning, Peabody friends. It's Miss Bloom here again. We've been enjoying reading books about spring because spring is really bursting outside. And we're reading some books about worms because I think many of you must be missing our Peabody Library worms that hang out in the Science Discovery Center. But I did bring them home and we'll talk more about them very soon too. Today I have a book called Diary of a Worm. The author is Doreen Cronin. The illustrator is Harry Bliss. And the publisher is Joanna Kotler Books. Now, a diary. Some of you might know that word diary or journal. And I know some students keep a journal as even part of your classwork. So a diary or journal is someplace where you write down something about your day. Maybe something that you did that was your favorite part of the day, or maybe something that touched your heart, or maybe something that made you sad. So this book is about a worm who has a diary. Now when you open up the front cover, you see that the worm has included some pictures in the diary. This says, my first tunnel, me and Spider. Spider is a friend. The family vacation on Compost Island. Baby picture of me and Dad. And Spider made this for me. Do you see Spider's web? Spider spelled out the word worm. Can we see all those letters together? Let me see if I can turn it. Ready? W-O-R-M spells worm. Oh, and here's the title page. And here's Spider. And let's see what worm has to say. Now in a diary, most people write the date of the day that they're writing something down. So this one is March 20th. And we just said goodbye to the month of March, but not long ago. We're at the beginning of April. So we'll keep an eye on the days that Worm is writing the diary. On this page, Worm says, Mom says there are 3 things I should always remember. 1, the earth gives us everything we need. And there's a picture of the earth. And there's a picture of Worm. That yellow arrow says me. Me is spelled with the letter M. Yep. M. Me. E. 2. When we dig tunnels, we help take care of the earth. Must make tunnel. Help earth breathe. And you can see the worm is digging, digging, digging. And worms help the earth by making those tunnels where water and air can get down and help the roots of the plants that are growing. Number 3, never bother Daddy when he's eating the newspaper. And do you see that big yellow word, C-H-O-M-P, spells chomp? Instead of reading the newspaper, Worm's daddy is eating it. Now, some of you know that we feed our worms newspaper, and maybe we'll be able to do another video and look inside our worm bin of what they like to eat. Oh, we're on a new day. This is now March 29th. Today, I tried to teach Spider how to dig. They're friends. So Worm went diving into the ground to show Spider, and Spider has a question mark above her head. She's not sure. First of all, his legs got stuck. I think I've twisted one of my ankles, says Spider. Uh-oh. Then he swallowed a bunch of dirt. I give up, says Worm. I don't think Worm is enjoying teaching Spider how to dig. Tomorrow, he's going to teach me how to walk upside down. Oh. Okay, so if that was March 29th, sure enough, it's March 30th. Worms cannot walk upside down. Oh no. Do you see Spider has spun some of his silk? to hold on to Worm in case Worm falls. It doesn't look like Worm can hold on to that tree branch upside down. Oh well. Ooh, now we've jumped ahead to April 4th. Fishing season started today, and we all dig deeper. Now, do you see that shovel? There's a shovel and a bucket, and the bucket says bait. Now, if you have any family members who love to go fishing, they often might use worms because fish love to eat worms. And when you put a worm on the end of your fishing line, you call that worm bait, something that the fish like to eat. So you'll notice that the worms, knowing that it's fishing season, they're trying to go down deep so the shovel doesn't dig them up. And let's see what they're saying. Did you guys hear something? Says one of the family members. And Grandpa is over here. So the family is down in their little burrow home, and they're wondering if they're hearing something just above their heads. Yep, that shovel's getting close, but hopefully it's not going to dig them up. Now it's April 10th. It rained all night and the ground was soaked. We spent the entire day on the sidewalk. Hopscotch is a very dangerous game for worms. So when it rains, the worms have to go above ground to get some air. So these worms were on the sidewalk, but that girl and her friends are playing hopscotch. Uh-oh. The worms have to be careful. They don't want a foot to step on them. Now it's April 15th. I forgot my lunch today at school. I got so hungry that I ate my homework. So these are all little worms at school. Their tables look to be little mushroom tables, and they're sitting. Most of them have food on a little leaf plate, but our friend here forgot his lunch or her lunch. Look at the others all eating their lunch on their leaf plates. My teacher made me write, "I will not eat my homework," 10 times. When I was finished, I ate that too. So the teacher doesn't want the homework to go down the worm's tummy, but it didn't work very well because our friend ate the homework anyway. April 20th, our worm writes, I snuck up on some kids in the park today. They didn't hear me coming. I wiggled right between them, and then they screamed. Now, I don't know why these girls would be scared, because as we know, worms are our friends. Worms don't hurt you. They do dances for you. They are so sweet. Those girls are so silly. I love when they do that, says Worm. He likes to scare children. That's so silly. Oh, now his journal is in May 1st. Grandpa taught us that good manners are very important. So today I said good morning to the first ant I saw. Good morning. Do you remember to say good morning to the first person you see when you wake up? There were 600 more of them in line. So I said, good morning, good morning, good morning. How you doing? Good morning. Nice to see you. Howdy. Good morning. I stood there all day. Oh, wow. Greeting the ants kept this worm very busy. Do you see that long line of ants? I have a wonderful book about an ant that we might need to read soon. On May 15th, the worm said, I got into a fight with Spider today. He told me you need legs to be cool. And then he ran and I couldn't keep up. Maybe he's right. So Spider made Worm feel sad because Worm doesn't have any legs. And Spider said you need legs to be cool. That wasn't very nice of Spider, was it? We're all special, but we're all different. And that's okay. On May 16th, Worm said, I made Spider laugh so hard he fell out of his tree. Who needs legs? Oh, it looks like Worm pretended that an arrow went zoop through its head. And Spider fell out laughing so hard. And the word on the ground, ooh, those big letters, should we spell those out? T-H-U-D spells thud. When Worm fell on the ground, it went thud. Now it's May 28th. Last night I went to the school dance. You put your head in, you put your head out, you do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself about. But that's all we could do. They could only put their heads in and out and turn themselves about because, as you might remember, the other parts of the song involve your hand and your foot. On June 5th, it says, today we made macaroni necklaces in art class. I brought mine home and I ate it for dinner. Oh my goodness, this is so funny. Look at all those worms wriggled inside the pieces of the macaroni necklaces. And then Worm brought his home and ate it. His parents said, you're very talented. On June 15th, Worm wrote, my older sister thinks she's so pretty. I told her that no matter how much time she spends looking in the mirror, her face will always look just like her rear end. So there's his sister looking in a puddle. And when you look at a worm, their head and their tail look the same. It's hard to tell. We've talked a lot in the Discovery Center about closely looking at which part of the worm is moving forward, and that way we know it's the head. They also tend to lift that part up if they're going to raise a part of their body. Spider thought that was really funny, but Mom did not. I think he's in trouble a little bit because that hurt his sister's feelings. On the 4th of July, that's a special day. Worm wrote, when I grow up, I want to be a Secret Service agent. Spider says I will have to be very careful because the president might step on me by mistake. It's a dangerous job, I told him, but somebody's got to do it. So the Secret Service, those are the police that keep the president and the president's family safe. So it looks like Worm would like to do that kind of work. July 28th, 3 things I don't like about being a worm. Number 1, I can't chew gum. Number 2, I can't have a dog. Can we keep him, Mom? Look at that little dog who's interested in the worms. And 3, all that homework. Do you see Worm pulling the leaf with all the books on it? July 29th, 3 good things about being a worm. Number 1, I never have to go to the dentist. No cavities and no teeth either, says the dentist. Because worms don't have teeth. 2, I never get in trouble for tracking mud through the house. And 3, I never have to take a bath. Who's my grubby little boy? Says Mom. Well. August 1st. It's not always easy being a worm. We're very small, and sometimes people forget that we're even here. But like Mom always says, the earth never forgets we're here. There they are, living and doing their thing underground. And before we say the end, there's a few more photos. Bee stung me. Got a little ouchie. I found this really cool rock. He thinks that's a rock, but we know it's a baseball. Isn't this leaf awesome? He ate part of a dollar bill. Mom and Dad's anniversary. And they're having a kiss. And that, my friends, is the end. Diary of a Worm.